That's the way you deal with it. That's the way you express your opinion toward that Salah interview. Jamie Carragher, you should have a look at Steven Gerrard, the way he handled it. Steven Gerrard sympathized with Salah. He said he understood his frustration. He said he gets where he's coming from. But he said he also said at the end of the day, certain things that Salah said was wrong. But no, Jamie Carragher, you had to take it to a personal level. But you know what? I'm not really going to give you any attention right now. So, yeah, as you guys know, this saga between Salah and Liverpool Football Club is still going on. We Liverpool fans don't know what's going to happen. There's so many questions. There's a lot at stake right now. Is Salah going to stay with the club? Is Salah going to apologise? I don't know. But all I can say to you, that interview with Slot and Seedorf yesterday gave me mixed signals. And I don't know. I might be a bit biased towards Salah because of my love and my admiration towards him. But I feel like the way Seedorf was like explaining how Slot should really manage the players and kind of like deal with them emotionally, and Slot was just like, that's your opinion and that's fine, to completely bust it off. Got me worried a bit because it got me thinking to myself, Slot, is this how you really deal with players emotionally? You know, I know Salah is not the easiest player to deal with. You know, even Klopp has stated it before once. He said he's not the best to manage, and the only time Salah is really upset is when he's not playing or he's on the bench. But that energy you gave off in that interview with Seedorf gave you the solution. At the end of the day, he said to you, I feel like, just as a club, player, manager point of view, what they should do is bring the player in, speak to them, and just see what's going on, see what's wrong, and try to get to the bottom of this. Slot, that's your opinion, and that's fine. Okay, whoa. And that gets me a bit worried, because like I said, this Salah saga is still getting a bit hot. Especially after the result, we beat Inter Milan 1-0, Szoboszlai, good penalty, Slotty, bottom left corner, as he always does, pretty much unsavable at this point. I get to the game in a minute, but I want to talk about this. This can't go on any longer. Like, we need answered. Us Liverpool fans, we need answered. Like, what's going on, you know? And now, there's an update. There's a big, huge update that allowed me to get on here right now and express my feeling towards you guys. Because it's like, is this where we're leaning towards you? Is this how it's going to end? And obviously, the update that I saw, Fabrizio updated, was that Saudi League CEO Omar at WFS, he stated that Mohamed Salah is welcome in the Saudi League. But it is the player that's responsible for... it is the club, that is responsible with negotiating with players. For sure, Salah is one of them. Wow. That's a big, big, big news. Basically saying that the Saudi clubs are interested in Salah. And obviously, what better time to be interested in a player when the player right now is in a predicament with the club and also the manager. And it's like, is this how it's really going to end for Mohamed Salah, the king, our winger, the one who has brought many, many trophies to our club, and this is how we're going to push him out the door? I get it, the way Salah had dealt with his emotion in terms of him being benched. I just felt like it just being blown way out of proportion. I don't know. The thrown under the bus comment, I maybe you should not have said it, but I hear it. But it's just like, is this how it's going to end for my winger? Is this how it's going to end for Mohamed Salah? There's a lot of questions. And from my perspective, when I watched that interview with Seedorf, I don't see Salah and Slot coming to a compromise and being a man about it and just letting it go. I think one wants the apology, but none of them are willing to apologize. I think Salah wants an apology. No, I don't think Salah wants to apologize because I don't blame him. There's nothing wrong with expressing how he feels. Maybe he did it in a way where it's not very sensible. Maybe he could have done it in a way where, look, You know, at the end of the day, like, I feel like I should be the player. I can help the team. You know, but then Slot, your man management is a bit poor, and there's a lot of evidence with it. You know, I'm not gonna name the players in the past, but like the man management experience has not been the best. But we need answers, and like still, I said it in my last video. Again, I'm gonna repeat it. When are we gonna get the answers? We don't even know if Salah's gonna even get picked for the game against Brighton on Saturday. We don't even know that. And then like after that, he's gone to the AFCON, and then once he's done with the AFCON, what's next? You know, I as a Liverpool fan would prefer this being resolved in a matter of time before he goes off to AFCON, so at least we know what's going to happen. But if he goes to AFCON and it still isn't being resolved, then it's just going to just prolong, escalate, and then by you know it, it's the new year, windows open, boom, he doesn't want to be here, he's gone. Like I said, this can't be the ending for Mo Salah. It cannot be the ending. I'm sure we can come to a compromisation. But, you know, there's a lot of opinions about this situation, about what Salah said. You know, you got Gerrard, you got Henry, you got Jamie Carragher and Michael Richards going at it. You know, Michael Richards. All it is that, like, we understand Salah's frustration. Yes, the way he went about it, but we understand. That's what Michael Richards was trying to say. Gerrard said that as well. But you got the Henry, you got Jamie Carragher that's like, nah, you shouldn't have gone about it that way. Guys, I think we're looking at it from a I don't know. But like I said, hopefully we'll come to a realization. Hopefully we'll come to a point where we can actually solve this. Fingers crossed, because this cannot be an ending to one of the most iconic wingers that have ever stepped foot in Liverpool Football Club, the most iconic player to ever step foot in Premier League history. This can't be the ending. You've done too much for him to get an ending like this, you know. But yeah, yesterday result 1-0 Inter Milan. I felt like, from my point of view, the game was boring. The game was very boring, but the differences in that game compared to last game is that we're starting to kind of tighten up with the second ball and defense. And that's what I like to see. But that comes with the cost of creativity going forward. And yeah. And the width as well. There's no options out wide. We're very isolated. Isak and Etikike are very isolated. So maybe right now it's still early doors. Slot is still trying to figure it out. Obviously he has to. His job's on the line. But, you know, yeah, I don't know about this type of this system, but it worked. You know, even though we got a lucky penalty, it worked. Inter Milan didn't really trouble us. But what I'm still kind of concerned about is the pressing structure. We get bypassed too easily. And what I'm also concerned about as well is those two strikers up top don't want to play with each other. And I don't mean it in they don't like each other. I just say that, like, they don't link up with each other. Daniel Sturridge said it at half time when he played in this system with Sterling and Suarez. He had to link up with Suarez and Sterling in able to kind of push forward to create that special moment. But Etikike and Isak, they want that special moment to themselves, from what I saw. And like, I don't know, is this the duo going forward? They're both too much of the same play. They're very similar, you know. And I said it before in my in my video. Both of them want to be the main man. But like I said, I can't be too hasty on the result yesterday. We didn't play bad, but we didn't play well. But who I will give prop to is Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. Them two players have stepped up tremendously this season. Curtis Jones played well, ball retention well, decision making. Gravenberch as well, forgot to mention man of the match. I already know about Gravenberch. Ball retention, right decision making, winning the ball back, everything. He was spectacular. But yeah, I feel like my prop goes out to those three. Hopefully they can keep it up going into the next game with Brighton. A must-win game on Saturday at Anfield. But other than that, I feel like hopefully this could be the start of a good run. Unbeaten in 4, and we're not looking leaky defensively. I know we conceded 3-2 Leeds, but that's only because Leeds got that momentum due to a silly mistake from a certain individual. But yeah, I feel like right now we're starting to kind of find the answer to our defensive leak right now. So on the pitch, there's something there. Give it time, maybe. But outside the pitch, I don't know. 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 It's just, it's tough to answer. But like I said, hopefully before AFCON, this will be resolved because it has to. It can't end like this. Will it end like this? We'll see.